Welcome to Frisco, Texas. It is great to have you with us as we have a couple of teams amped up and excited to go in the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl to see who will leave here as Frisco Bowl champions. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a squad from the American, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Bears offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Hey, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups like most of the time.
Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Smith dropping to pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make the catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
That is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. It'll be a draw. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I think these draw plays are a little bit more predictable when it's 3rd and more manageable as opposed to 3rd and long. You could tell defense did a great job understanding the situation, rushing the quarterback, but knowing that run could be an option, and they shut it down.
That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense will go to work for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We just need to see what they do today.
And the Jayhawks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll go to the ground. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a pass.
Turning on the Jets. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback making checks. Smith dropping to pass. Quick completion on the out route. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. The throw to the outside is complete. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29. And the Bears look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top. Back open in the middle. Touchdown Bears! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. That's the end of the quarter. Kansas has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you could tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I've got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
The Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Bears with the 1st and 10. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Unloads quickly. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
It'll be 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
From the gun on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. 1st and 10 for the offense. The run from the shotgun. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Smith dropping to pass. He's got the back in the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
I know one of the things things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Wants to throw again. Big fella moving. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So the 16-play drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think we can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Jayhawks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now in this drive. Sack first down, just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Finds his tight end. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Smith wants to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, you kind of wondered, when were they going to cover this guy? He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football. Almost had the big play.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, and time is running short. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And I think there's a difference between aggressiveness and recklessness. You're backed up, man. You're going to take shots right now, force the ball into coverage. The defense makes the pick. And how about this? In scoring position, very little time on the clock. Got a chance to put some points on the board before you go into the half.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go in this Frisco Bowl.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Kansas offense returns to the field. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. And that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on offense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
The Jayhawks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Here's the handoff. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Slithers into space. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. Smith dropping to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds the tight end. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. There he goes. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
Ball is loose, and this fumble bounces out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might be changing the route. Smith wants to throw. He makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Bears trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. He wants to throw it again. Looking to get it in. Give him 6. Touchdown Bears! He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And the Jayhawks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Fighting off the defender. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. Spins away from the defense. Just what this this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for a loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first.
Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. Fitted in the window for the score. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Smith dropping to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. still a bit short of the first down. The Bears want to move quickly.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. They try to pop a run on the draw. This junior making his presence. And making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Smith wants to throw. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They close the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it behind the line. It's Green. They'll stop him short on third down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Jayhawks will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped in that. The offense will set up shop. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first downs. So you have to be able to run.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Smith dropping to pass. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still moving forward.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He turns that loose down the right side.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And the Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Just keep slinging it. Under fire. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the 4th quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you get extra first downs, you start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
The Bears are on the move. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. It's a draw. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Smith wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. There he goes. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He's got it and still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Bears have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 15, and that gives him some more room to work.
You know, I think at this situation in the game, trailing like they are with only a couple minutes to go, short throws aren't going to get it done. You're going to have to be a lot more aggressive and start taking chances if you want to give yourself a chance to win this game.
And wings it incomplete.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Finds his big tight end. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Puts it out of the air. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes. And
looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And this defense knows exactly the spot they're in, man. They are up. They've got their more defensive backs on the field. They're dropping back. You can tell they are taking away the deep ball. Nice job understanding situation, understanding clock, and what the offense is.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Wants to throw it. He's got it on the run. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's knocked out of bounds, and he still had a long way to go, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game